Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, and this week our assembly theme is going to be all about Easter, because at the end of this week is Good Friday, and then we've got Easter Sunday after that. So we're going to talk a little bit about the traditions of Easter around the world today, and then in Wednesday's assembly we're going to talk about the first part of the Easter story, and then in Friday's assembly, which is going to be on Good Friday, we're going to talk about the end of the Easter story and what happens. So first of all, I want you to find somebody else at home. It might be a brother or sister or somebody else that you live with, a grown-up, and I want you to see if you can have a bit of a think about all of the Easter traditions that you know about. Okay, and it might be some things that you know about because lots of people do it. It might be something that you know about because it's just something that you do at your house that's special to your family. Okay, so I'm going to give you a starter. It might be something to do with something like that. Have a think. Okay, so pause the video, find your adult or your brother or sister, or whoever you're going to talk to, and see which Easter traditions you can think of. Okay, go. Right. So maybe you've thought about an Easter egg. It might be there's something to do with Easter eggs. It might be to do with an Easter egg hunt in your house. It might be something to do with hot cross buns. It might be something to do with eggs and new life and new growth. And hopefully, because it's the most important thing for Christians, there's something to do with the story of Jesus who died on the cross and about going to church at Easter. Okay, so just like we talked about in assembly in school, now this might not be something that you believe in, but it's really, really important because Christians all around the world believe in this. So when we're learning about Easter, we're respecting other people's traditions, and it's really important that we pay that respect to other people's traditions, because if we understand what other people believe in, it helps us to get along with them. So we're going to learn a little bit about Easter around the world today. So let's have a look at our first slide. So Easter around the world, and first of all we're going to go to Australia, and in Australia there's the Easter bilby instead of the Easter bunny, and chocolate bilbies are eaten as well as chocolate rabbits, because rabbits are considered pests in Australia. So the Australians don't want rabbits because they don't have natural predators in Australia, so they're considered to be pests, so they have chocolate bilbies instead. So next we're going to go to Poland in Europe. So on Easter Monday, that's the Monday after Easter, boys roam around the streets and sprinkle girls with water or perfume. Baskets of food are taken to church to be blessed. And on Easter Sunday, there's eggs that are eaten, and also a cake in the shape of a lamb to symbolise Christ, to symbolise that new life, because Jesus was called the Lamb of God. They also have painted Easter eggs called pisanki that are handcrafted and painted with traditional symbols of fertility and spring, and you can see those in the picture there. They look amazing, don't they? Right, so let's have a think about Scotland now. In Scotland, they've got egg rolling competitions, and there's other places in the UK that have them as well. The eggs are hard boiled and then painted, and some of the children in reception before we finished school were exploring what happened when eggs had been hard boiled when they were dropped. Children roll eggs down grassy hills, and whoever's egg rolls the furthest wins. And the rolling of the egg symbolises the rolling away of the stone from Jesus' tomb, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go through the week. Now this is Bermuda. Okay, and in Bermuda, people fly kites to symbolise the rising of Christ. So Christians believe that after Jesus died, he came back to life and then he ascended. He went up to heaven to be with God. And showing a kite rising up into the sky is like showing Jesus rising into the sky to be in the heavens with God. Okay, let's look at Germany. And in Germany, they have Easter egg trees called Osterreierbaum. Now, decorated eggs are hung from the branches of the tree, and sometimes you see things like this outside people's houses at Christmas if they've got outdoor baubles, But these are outdoor Easter eggs hung from the tree, and they look really, really pretty, especially when there's no green shoots on the tree. It gives a lovely bit of colour. So in Spain, there's lots of Easter traditions. Children bring palm leaves to church on Palm Sunday, and girls decorate their branches with tinsel and sweets. And on Ash Wednesday, a cross of ash is put on people's foreheads to say sorry to God for the bad things they've done. On Maundy Thursday, men dressed as skeletons perform a dance of death to symbolise Jesus' death. And in southern Spain, boys bang drums during church processions. And Spain also has parades with floats, so big trucks with displays on the back illustrating the Easter story, and marching bands. And the parades are followed by cloaked people who are seeking forgiveness from God. Right, let's have a look at the USA. And at the White House in Washington, D.C., where the president lives, there's an Easter egg rolling event held every year. Children push decorated eggs through the grass with long-handled spoons, and in recent years, even celebrities have turned up to entertain the people who are rolling the eggs. In Italy, in Rome, the Pope washes the feet of a dozen men at a reenactment of the Last Supper, which is the meal that Jesus shared with his disciples on Maundy Thursday. And on Good Friday, many people gather at St. Peter's Basilica to listen to the Pope's Mass, the service that the Pope gives at 5 o'clock. And the Pope has a candlelit walk to remember Christ. In Greece, the Easter festival actually begins before Easter. On Maundy Thursday, which is the day before Good Friday, Easter bread is baked and eggs are dyed red, symbolising the blood of Christ. And on Holy Saturday, people attend midnight mass, where they all bring a candle to light from the church's holy flame. And Easter Sunday is spent with friends and family for a meal of roast lamb. So there we go. We've had lots of different Easter traditions from around the world. Now you might have your own Easter traditions as well, and they might be unique to your family, something that you like to do at Easter. So maybe in the comments below our video today on the Facebook page, you could add the traditions that you like doing at Easter. And it's all about a bit of respect for other people's traditions. So what we're going to learn about on Wednesday and on Friday is the Christian Easter story. What Christians believe that Jesus did in the days before Easter and after, what happened to Jesus after he was crucified on the cross. And like I said at the start, it's really, really important that we listen to these stories and we respect these stories, because there are millions of people around the world who believe in them. And it's really important that we get on with everybody and that we understand what other people believe in, so that we can live in a peaceful society. Okay, there we go. That's our assembly for today. I will see you on Wednesday for the first part of the Easter story. Bye bye.